Hello and welcome to Drums and Wires. It's been a hot minute since we did a video, and I've got a few finds to show off, so I figured today is a good day to do that. I've got a little stack of late 60s, early 70s obscurities, but before that, I wanted to tackle some newer stuff that I've picked up lately. I don't do a lot of that, so let's start off with this. First off is The Comet Is Coming, modern jazz, progressive psychedelia. Good stuff. You're doing something a little bit different. Show you the gatefold here. This is their album entitled Trust in the Life Force of the Deep Mystery. And if that does anything for you, you know what you're in for. It's good to anything by these guys that I've heard is always good. That's The Comet Is Coming. Next up, it's an old favorite of mine, The Pursuit of Happiness. This is an official bootleg put out by Sloan's Murder Records label. This is one of 300. At number 269. I recorded live in 1990, as it says here. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a good performance. The sound quality could be a little better. It's on this nice yellow vinyl. But yeah, if you like Pursuit of Happiness, I recommend trying to pick one of those up if they're not already gone. One of my favorite bands of all time is Elastica. And when I read they were putting out this 30th anniversary 2-album set of the first album, I had to get it. It's got the first album remastered, although I do think the original one sounds better. And but the second LP is B-sides and rarities, which haven't been remastered and sound just as good as the originals do. Comes with an insert of the original cover. It recreates it's on this great looking vinyl here as well. And it recreates the original booklet that came with the original 1995 edition. So that's nice to get as well, even though I do have an original one with the booklet in it. There's only 3,000 of these pressed, and I was very happy to get one. Like I said, Elastica is one of my all-time favorites. Speaking of newer releases, there's also Lorde. Her new album, Virgin, is an excellent album. I don't think it's done that well for some strange reason. It hit the charts when it came out, but I think it disappeared right away. I'm not sure why. It is an excellent album. I've always liked Lorde, though. This is the limited edition red vinyl thing, only available through independent record stores. If you like Lorde at all, I do recommend checking out the new album. It's called Virgin, and it is an excellent record. Also on Sloan's Murder Records, we have Hardship Post. This is a 2-album compilation, only 500 of which were made, of 1992 to 1994. They're independent years before they signed to Sub Pop. If you're into Nirvana, it must be said, this is worth checking out. They are very Nirvana-esque, but it's excellent. Give you the... It's excellent indie rock grunge on the time period, and I do recommend getting a lot of the EPs and singles that off here are hard to get nowadays. And there's a bunch of outtakes and demos as well that are only belong here. Again, also on Murder Records from the fine folks of Sloan. I also finally picked up a copy of Bleach on vinyl, which I've never had before. This is the 25th anniversary edition with the big booklet in it. It's got this huge booklet inside. The 2-album set, the original album remastered. This is one of the best sounding pressings of this I've ever heard. The pressing on this was amazing. It's on white vinyl, and the second album is a live set from the time period. Also very good. I highly recommend it. If you can find this pressing of it, I do recommend picking it up. Now for some of the oldies. If you want to go back in time here, is the Lemon Pipers and Jungle Marmalade. This is actually an excellent psych pop album. I've played this a couple times now. I wish mine was in better shape, but this is really good. I mean, songs like Jelly Jungle, I think it's just called, plus Love Beads of Meditation, and there's a epic on side 2 called Dead End Street Half-Light, which has to be listened to. If you can find a copy of this, I also recommend it if you're into that sort of psych pop type thing. On the more bluesy vein, I picked up Head, Hands, and Feet the other day. Tracks. It's more of a straight-ahead blues rock type thing, featuring Albert Lee and Chaz Hodges. Again, it's nothing too exciting, but it was pretty solid. Another band that you don't hear much about is Wild Turkey. I picked up their album Battle Hymn. This is sort of a blues rock proggy type thing. Very good for what it was. I enjoyed this. I was amazed to discover some Henry Cow while I was out looking. Henry Cow is very hard to find. Very progressive, experimental. You just don't see this stuff around. I was quite surprised to find it. This has a Fred Frith in it as the main guitar player, of course. And I was just very thrilled to find some Henry Cows. Always looking for more of their stuff. Them and Slap Happy I'd like to find. They did some work together, and I'd like to find either or the stuff together. This is a band called Fantasy, more of a prog album than anything else, with some very Grace Slickish vocals on here, so some strong female vocals, very proggy, a lot of changes on it. Some psychedelic passages as well. I quite enjoyed this. The voice took a little getting used to, but once you do that, I think it's a very solid record if you can find a copy of Fantasy. Also picked up Help. This is just more of a solid hard rock album. It's not too psychedelic. That's one thing I don't like about Discogs. Anything recorded in the late 60s, early 70s, someone always labels it as psychedelic, even when it's not. I guess they're trying to sell it or whatever. But I checked this out recently, and it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad at all. Kind of enjoyed it. Also picked up Sopwith Camel, sort of a 60s pop with some neo-psychedelia touches to it. This is on the Buddha record, Kama Sutra, sorry, not Buddha, Kama Sutra record label. There's things like Cellophane Woman, Saga of the Low Let Down, Postcard from Jamaica. This is actually a pretty good little album. More pop than psych, but still quite enjoyable. And last but not least, there's Peace and Quiet. I hadn't heard these guys before. I thought I'd check them out. Again, they're more of a hard rock album with a little bit of psychedelic stuff. The best thing about this album is the last track. It's an instrumental called Looney Tunes. It goes on for quite a while, and it's exactly what it's called for. It's Looney Tunes. It's a great little instrumental track. If you can find this cheap, I would recommend picking this up as well. That's about all I picked up in the last little while there. I know it's been a while since we've done a video, but I haven't been able to do much shopping, so there you have it. That's what I've gotten, and thanks for sticking around, and hope to see you with a smaller gap next time. Bye-bye.